Hi everyone. Today I'm here to present my assignment two. With assignment two, it's about image stitching. And before I start, I imported the various libraries that are needed for the assignment. So imported CV2, NumPy, and other that are needed for the work. Now, the next was to get into the directory of the images. So I realized I have two folders in here. So the first one contains original images, which has some boundary in there. So I'll first run that and comment this um, in there. And the next was to define a folder. So just to get the folder or the directory in which those images were. I got them, and I defined a function that is supposed to display all the images in the folder or the directory. So you could see that these images had some boundaries in there, which make them a bit difficult to process. Because of that, I manually removed these borders and created a new directory to keep those images. And thus going back to change the directory to now use the images that were processed. Okay, so created a folder called processed, and I kept all the images in there. So you could see that, okay, fine, we have the images without the borders anymore. The next thing was to convert these images into grayscale, since working with grayscale for image processing is much better. And so I defined a function that converts all the images I've read into grayscale. So right here, I've converted all images to grayscale. The next was to perform the shift algorithm to get the key points. So I define a function that does all the shift computation and returns the key points, the matches, and the number of matches. That's the shift algorithm does. So put the shift algorithm from CV2, which does that for me with other processes that I've included in the function. So right here, I get my key points. And the next is to draw those key points to see whether the key point matches with the images. So I got a key point, and yeah, the key point I'm matching with the to draw the key point on my images. Right. Next is to perform the homography. But before that, with the key points and matches, I'll perform some correlation between them. So I define a correlation reference that we use um, for our homography methods. So okay, correlation here. Yes, it's defined a function that will draw the images side by side. The next is to this a function defined to get the distance between pairs of match points. The third was the homography matrix, or the function which does the homography, which is defined in here to get the homography points that we use to stitch the images. Then the ransack is going to help us get a much better time to do this. And these iterations could be improved, or 20 iterations. And the ransack and the homography work hand in hand. Based on number of times we do the iteration, we might get like a better session where we use both of them. Ransack right here, based on the formula around this, and then I can draw matches, which now tries to match the point. Then I now do the image stitching to see how the stitch. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. This can be repeated for all other instances and other images. Find different thresholds